nothing, not to mention that if my insurance payments went up, I'd go broke. As I dug in my purse for my cell phone, one of the warbling robins flew over and deposited a big white blob of bird poop on the trunk. With a shudder, I turned my back on the scene of the crime and called the police dispatcher, who promised to send someone out as soon as possible. My assistant, Lottie Dembowski, was watching me through Bloomer's window, a look of horror on her face. I signaled back to let her know I had everything under control. This was not the colorful start I'd had in mind earlier that morning. Lottie had to unlock the door for me since I was too rattled to find my keys and the shop didn't open for another hour. She was dressed in her usual summer getup: bright pink loafers, white denims that fit her size 14 body a little too snugly, a pink blouse that gaped where it stretched across her ample bosom, and a pink satin bow snuggled into the brassy curls above her left ear Shirley Temple style. Not exactly a trendy hairdo for the mother of 17-year-old quadruplets, but try to tell her that, and she would hand you a hairdryer and tell you to knock yourself out. After raising those 4 boys, nothing fazed Lottie. "Are you okay, sweetie?" she asked, looking me over from my shoulder-length bob to my open-toed black mules. "I saw that pond scum ram you." "I'm fine, just angry is all." "He was in some hurry, wasn't he? Come on back, I'm making breakfast." Cooking was just one of Lottie's abilities. Besides being a true genius at floral design, she was also the one who put me onto my Corvette. And she knew just about everyone on the New Chapel Town Square, a boon to any business person, especially a novice like me. I had met Lottie during the period of my fateful engagement to Price Osborne II, when Lottie owned Bloomers and I made deliveries for her, in between clerking for a lawyer. Holding 2 jobs was the only way I could afford law school. My grandfather's trust had covered my undergraduate expenses at Indiana University, a state college, but had not been enough to pay for 3 years of law school, even a local one that allowed me to live at home. But the trust had been enough for a minimal down payment on a quaint flower shop in a small Midwestern college town. The inhabitants of New Chapel, Indiana, were typical in that regard, tolerating the students that flocked to the cheap eateries, coffee houses, and dollar stores during the school year, and bemoaning their absence during the summer months. The town square had the regulation limestone courthouse set amid a huge expanse of lawn, with a tall spire and huge clock face that proclaimed it 10 minutes after 4, regardless of the real time, along with the standard complement of family-owned restaurants, shops, and businesses flanking the courthouse square on all sides. The town was unique only in its location, 30 minutes by car from the famed Indiana Dunes lakeshore on the southern tip of Lake Michigan, and an hour by train from Chicago, barring unforeseen weather conditions such as, say, clouds. New Chapel was close enough to take advantage of the big city highlights, yet far enough away to escape the madness. The population was eclectic, ranging from blue-collar workers employed by a nearby steel mill to farmers in the outlying county, to business people who commuted to the Loop, to the professors and students at New Chapel University. The neighborhoods varied from sprawling areas of tract housing on former swampland to square, flat blocks of identical ranch homes or bungalows on what had been grazing pastures, to fancy gated communities set in hilly, wooded areas, to dilapidated farmhouses that dotted the miles of rural roads connecting New Chapel to neighboring towns. I had always loved the charm of Bloomers, with its 2 multi-paned bay windows displaying a colorful array of flowers and its old-fashioned yellow-framed door with beveled glass center. But I never thought I would one day own it. After my disastrous year at law school and my breakup with Price, I had considered moving to Chicago to find work. But the thought of all